Yes, welcome back again to Theodicy Podcast with your girl Word. We got the First Lady OG in the building, of course. And guess what? Anybody else that wants to come through, I will be posting um the link in the chat after I do the commentary. But yes, we are back in the building, of course, because literally the First Lady was dropping pure knowledge. And I ended the live, and I couldn't believe I even did that. But guess what? I am back while I got a little bit more time. Thank you, First Lady OG, for even coming back in the building. Before we even get started, we're gonna play a little tribute song from Rich Homie Quan, and then we'll be back on that Erica Banks shit. You already know. Oh, I do not own the rights or nothing to the song that's about to be played. It is just a tribute to Rich Homie Quan. And like I said, we gonna be back on topic on that Erica Banks. So can't hear nothing, ma.
Down here,
It wasn't playing before.
down here.
No.
Y'all hear me?
I can hear you. You just
Huh?
can't hear the song. You can hear you, you can't hear the song.
Wait.
In the
Y'all,
meantime, the First Lady OG is going to get the
y'all not
technical
y'all not
part.
y'all not hearing the song?
No. Mm-mm. Can't hear the song.
Um. All right. Let me play the song through something else then. Why is it not? Why is it doing it? Why is it doing it? Okay, hold on. How about I'm gonna do this right quick? Okay, let me. All right, y'all. We gotta make it work. We won for we not scared of obstacles because we focus. So we fight oppositions carefully using strategies. We good.
Mm-mm.
Hey man, my real niggas in this motherfucker, man. You feel me? Real nigga walk through for me. I be feeling like a man when I walk through. I ain't telling what you saying when I walk through. How the hell you hoes staring when I walk through? How to make me bands when I walk through? Hey, let me walk through. Hey, let me walk through. Hey, let me walk through. How to make me bands when I walk through? How to make me bands when I walk through? Everybody coming out when I walk through. Me and Tony in the big hill boss too. Sitting at the round table making boss moves. I don't want to do a Gucci on my feet. Who got more money, you and me? I'm gonna walk through, you can me. With my niggas that believe that I got the table me. Now it's so bad, security. What the fuck do you need? Glass, lit. When I'm running from the sea, got that G12 in it. And I'm gonna jump the fence if I see 12 coming. And if I walk blind, I can still smell money. I can't trust no outside niggas, they could tell on me. I have a bad boy, cause I keep a hair on me. I smoke good, throwing up, not sitting up good, nigga. Got it feeling like a man when I walk through. Can't tell them what you're saying when I walk through. How the hell you hoes stand when I walk through? How do make bands when I walk through?
Woo, bust it. When we walk through, woo,
Oh, sleep in
definitely.
peace to the rest on to the little homie, rich homie Quan.
Yes, and it's almost like rest in peace and a happy birthday because, yes, guys, his birthday is next month. But yeah, you know, my
And mine
like,
is today, and mine is today.
what? That's what I was about to say. You took the words right out my mouth. I'm like, and yours is today. Yes. My mom's birthday is today, so it's definitely just a special, special, special time just for her being here, gracing my panel as always. Like I said before, I had to come back. She was definitely dropping some knowledge when it came down to the whole Erica Banks and her outlook on what could have been a better outlook for her to take versus what she did take. But the main thing I want my people to understand is that when we bring commentary, even if it's based on a celebrity or what have you, it's always a message that we're trying to leave for our young women also. So,
So
First
first
Lady,
lady,
as I was saying before, and you know, like I said, I have my opinion on how I definitely think that she should have went about the whole situation. I definitely feel as though, you know, you coming into a situation knowing the circumstances and being willing to be subservatory to that situation, then you got to deal with every outcome that comes with it.
right,
Um I do feel as though, like I said prior before, she spent intimate moments with him. He obviously gave her certain experiences that she probably never experienced before, and he probably didn't either. And they probably experienced things for the first time together. And that love that grew in between the two, definitely we can't deny wasn't there, but it was personal. And yes, I do feel like certain things should not be put out in the media.
right,
That's personal. You know what I
right,
mean? Because that's what makes something that you have to go on forever, that is a secret almost for yourself, if that makes sense. I
right,
do feel like she does have the right to come out and express her feelings,
right. There's nothing
but
wrong with
it's
that.
like, yeah, it's like not what you do, but it's definitely how you do it.
Right, right. Like you said, she could have put up a post and said, how much she's gonna miss him or whatever the case. And I appreciate the relationship that we shared, and let people draw their own conclusions.
Interpret.
Like you said, they were seen in different places or whatever. But that's another thing with people. Because people are seen together doesn't necessarily mean they have to be sleeping together. But that's just what society wants you to believe. Like every time you see somebody, so what if they're having dinner? It doesn't necessarily mean that they're sleeping together. So what? They came out the movie theater. It doesn't mean that they're sleeping together. Does it mean that they're not? No, but it doesn't mean that they are either. So it's just like a little girl wearing a belly shirt and shorts when she could just as well wear jeans and leave it to that person's, like, give somebody something to uncover
Mm-mm.
as they get to know you, and opposed to just walking up in the damn place naked and everybody sees
Correct.
you. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
And I feel like and guess what? When you say it in that perspective, I totally understand that, to where it's you knowing what you're getting yourself into.
right,
And my thing with, and I'll be quite real with this whole situation for me, I feel like, if I had to be honest, the reason why I definitely feel like she could have um presented her emotional feelings a different way in regards to his passing is because he has children,
right.
right? And he has four children.
But she's
And
only
his
thinking
two
about her.
eldest,
She's only thinking
and
about her. That's why people are backlashing her, because it looks as if she's only thinking about herself to put herself out there. I was
and I
close.
will be
I was
honest,
close to him.
I would think that too. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Right. I was
Because
close
let's
to
keep it
him.
real. I
Okay.
feel like when you decided to deal with this man, you knew he had children. You also knew the line of work he was involved in because you're also yourself involved in the same line of work. You get what I'm saying? So now, for you to expose intimate moments, unfortunately, our kids is born into social media. So it's something that his kids is definitely liable to see,
And
especially
and
the
maybe
two
they didn't want
eldest
that known.
ones.
Right. And maybe he didn't
Exactly.
want that. Maybe he didn't want that known. Because why, if it was okay, being that other people were taking pictures or saying that they were seeing y'all out there, why weren't you posting those moments then when he was alive? Again, like I said, he's not here now. So he can't speak up and speak up for himself. Who knows if he's okay with what she's done? Like you said, according to your kids, women, we get ourselves caught up with, I'm a strong woman and I don't really care. I'd rather not have nobody controlling me or be with no one man. And yes, it's some women that can live like that. Me, myself personally, I respect a man that's honest, that gives me the opportunity to choose whether or not I want to deal with him, because he lets me know that this is the situation. Whether he's married, he has a children's
But
mother, and she
right, but that's the thing though too, Ma. Certain men, and that's why
but you
for
said
me,
that he put it
I
out there. So
so
you
I'm
said
gonna
he
be
let the
real
world
because
know.
like he definitely he put it out there and it was known
But I'm
that.
still different. You put it out there that you're not with her, but you still go home and live with her
But okay, and even with
as
that,
a
and I
woman.
think
For
that
me,
right there, this is where I
that's
feel like
personal. I'm only speaking on my personal feelings. Me,
right.
I'm not going to be cool with it.
I feel like for
That's just me.
myself, I feel like for myself, looking at the situation as an outsider, the only thing that kind of rubs me a little bit on the edge is the fact that I would never have stood with you if I had to remain a secret, right? Or if you had to sneak around with me.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I feel like,
Whether it's for children or whatever it's for. I'm not
let me
ready
tell you
to
something. No, and I think ultimately that's what rubs me because it's almost like, guess what?
I don't want my children to know that I'm dealing with somebody else other than their mother. Okay, that's fine.
Right.
But then I'm not
But
going to be her.
no, but that's not fine. Because guess what?
Oh, that's
Ultimately,
fine
you
if
have to
that's what
make that
you want.
decision.
But that is fine if that's what he wants. But it's not fine to be
But
with
that's
me.
but it's not but that's the thing about it. It's not fine because it's like even if that's what you want, that shows the lack of just morality you have within yourself, right?
But but
Because at
but
the end of the
no, but
day,
that's her. To me, that's the woman's decision. If he tells you that I'm not quite ready to let my children know that I'm dealing with somebody other than their mother, that is the woman's choice to say, well,
but
hey,
I don't want to deal with you because if you still
exactly.
gonna sit
We
there and
it's
tell
exact.
me
That's what
that
I'm
you
saying.
still dealing,
But he
yeah,
was
I'm not
being,
dealing with you.
but he was being honest, and I respect it.
Right. Okay.
I respect that.
Right.
But for me
Right.
as a
Right. Right.
woman, I choose not to deal with you because, as you said a few minutes ago, I choose not to be somewhat kept a secret due to whether it's your children or whatever the case may be. He could be telling you it's
Correct.
his children and he still got another woman or whatever the case is. But like you said, if I have to be somewhat a secret, then I choose not to deal with you, no matter what kind of feelings I
Yeah.
have. And when the
And I
situation change, holla at me. If I'm still available, maybe we can pick up where we left off.
and you know what? And that is true to the same because I feel like when you could sit there as a woman and a man is being so honest to tell you that guess what? My situation I got going on is either you're gonna conform to it or yeah, man, you could go your way and you choosing to conform to it because you're feeling as though your your emotions and your inner feelings is telling you you could be able to capture his heart like you in a whole different type of movie type of outlandish type of thinking. Get what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
And for me, it's women that's out there that truly think on that type of aspect when it comes down to a man, that they're willing to be like, all right, well, he told me the truth, so I'm still willing to deal with him because I now know what he is and what he's doing. But
My
because I want to
problem with
be with
that,
him.
my problem with that is
Mhm.
most, I'm not going to say all, I'm saying most of the women that
Mhm.
you say, yeah, he's honest and okay, I'm going to go ahead and deal with it. That only lasts for some time because as emotions get deeper and deeper, to me, she's not going to stay feeling the same way. It's almost like agreeing to be a side chick. I don't like to be controlled and to have one man, one to care where I am and where you can't say anything to me about where I am and what I'm doing when I'm not with you, as long as when you want me to be with you, I'm with you and I'm with that. And then they act like they cool with that. But then once their emotions get all involved, that situations change. And now all of a sudden they want the wife to know that, well, when he wasn't with you, he was over here. Now you trying to make waves in his personal life when he already told you he had a wife or he had a children's mother that he lived with that he's still dealing with. But y'all have y'all situation. So to me, women need to really, really, really stop playing the game. It's chess, not checkers. And if you don't want to play, don't be honest. If he's being honest with you, then why the hell you can't be honest with yourself? Because you're fronting. You're capping, whatever the hell the kids say. At the end of the day, you're full of shit when it comes to me. Pardon me, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't like it. And nobody feels like if it's somebody that they're dealing with, especially if you're being intimate with, they not cool with you going home to lay up with somebody else after a while. It's all good in the beginning, but it's not going to stay like that. I really don't think it's going to stay like that because then you turn around and then you start looking like Erica Banks. All of a sudden now you posting shit you ain't been posting. Now all of a sudden you want somebody else to see. So maybe they could get the word back to her. So now, because I'm mad at him right now, because he said he was going to spend this day with me, and I see him and her, excuse me, I see him and her out and about. I think
And
we
that's
as
the
women,
thing.
like you said, we got to start having a little more value than ourselves. And if you're going to be one of them women that think that you can stand up and handle that type of situation, be that chick all the way through. And if you get to the point where it gets to that, don't try to fuck up his shit now because you can't deal with it no more. Be that same woman in the beginning and say, hey, I thought that I can do this, but I realized that as it's not the way I thought it would be. And according to my feelings and my value for myself, I'm no longer willing to be a part of this situation.
But the craziest thing about that is that it's hard. I think that for certain females, you get into a situation and you're in it, and then it's hard when you're in it to then say, like, I can ultimately turn off my emotions.
No,
Like,
I'm not saying
for
turn off your emotions. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is if you realize, if you know
but
the value
technically
you have,
you have to have a ability to be able to do that at some point in
no,
order to walk away.
that's like walking
Like,
away from somebody that you love, but I have to love
right?
from afar because of toxicity or the energy no longer serving me. So I'm moving away from the situation. That doesn't mean I don't love you anymore, but our
But
energy
I
and our situation together is not the same. So I'm not saying
but
that you
ma,
have to
we
stop
we could
loving.
we understand that part of it, but it's a lot of
Mm-mm. Don't give
situations that's
women,
out here,
don't give them the excuse. If you strong enough to say I'm gonna fuck with you knowing that you got somebody, then you
right?
need to be the same strong enough woman to say, hey, I really
No,
thought
okay, I could.
I really thought that I can deal with this, and I can't. So I'm gonna
Right, you
step
can't.
back. But it doesn't mean that you have to throw away the feelings that you have for the person. You just got to put them in a little container and say, hey, we can't act on these anymore.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? It's not to say I don't love you anymore, or even if it was to love, or I'm not feeling you and feeling our connection, but seeing how this is going and the way my emotions are, this is not going to be good for me. You don't have to say
Yeah.
like shit. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta, my thing is just be honest with yourself.
Yeah. I feel, but I think that's the biggest thing. I feel like the lack of security within self and just communication,
That's it.
because like we as women, we do build off of emotion, and we do build off of like, if I love you and I'm dealing with you, I'm definitely checking for what your feelings are, to all ultimately, if I'm feeling like I'm satisfying you, then I'm satisfying myself. You understand what I'm saying? Not realizing that, like, secure you first before you could ultimately think you are satisfying or securing anything else, especially when you making certain decisions within self, to know, like, okay, you're going to involve yourself with an individual that has a situation happening. And although he may tell you the situation that's happening is something that you don't got to worry about, because he ain't dealing with that person and he's just solely doing it off of the strength of his kids, you still got to just ultimately tell yourself, well, okay, that's cool, but I'm still not willing to sacrifice myself to walk around to satisfy your needs, to ultimately still be somewhat not happy, because I have to remain a secret at certain points throughout our relationship. And it's being boldly put out there to you. And even through all of that, is like, guess what? You know what? You looking at it on a more extensive level of like, listen, you have children, and your children will be able to now go on to see certain things, because of course we're in the era of social media. All these kids have access to a whole bunch of shit. And although, like I said before, although I love you, or I feel like me and you have a connection, I'm still not willing to sacrifice myself to play a secret, and also allow you to play a fraud, to continue living a certain type of way, to where I know I'm never going to get your truth, which is your attention of saying, like, okay, this is where you are in my life, and this is where this person is in my life. Because no matter what, everybody has a category in your life when it comes down to relationships, when you have children involved. First lady, well, y'all, first lady stepped away for a
Sorry,
minute.
y'all. I went to go get my cup, y'all.
No, I was like, first lady stepped away for a minute, but it's all good. But yeah,
We
you
whining.
know, I totally understand where you're coming from. But even
Yeah,
with the Erica Banks situation, like I said, the message lies in, you know, listen,
being
put
honest.
yourself first. But
That part.
ultimately,
That
I
part.
do feel that when you're going through certain life experience. I don't know this young lady. This is probably her first life experience, or she's probably been through a few life experiences, but it doesn't look like the one she's been through with this man that just passed away.
Okay, but
And
did
she's
she come
feeling as
on
though,
and apologize? Did she make her feelings be known? Being that they're bashing her. See, I haven't actually seen social media and seen what people
but this is the thing for
are
her.
only
What,
going off of what my vision is of why she's getting backlash. And did she
okay,
and say
but
anything?
this is the thing about it, right? And this is why I said in the very beginning, when he even spoke on his relations when it came down to his baby mother that he has the two children with, which
Mhm,
is his second baby mother, she
mhm.
knew about Erica Banks. Mind you,
Okay.
he was found
She knew.
dead. The baby mother knew about her,
Amber knew about Erica. Okay. But
right? And Erica knew about Amber. Okay,
she,
now
of
we
course.
solidified that part, right?
Right.
Now, the time of his passing, he passed away in Erica Banks' home, right?
I thought
Erica Banks is the one.
they said it was his home.
It was Erica Banks' home, and it was certain things that came out on the media that also stated that it was his home. Honestly, right now, unfortunately, as you
So
know,
was it
when
his
they put stuff
home
in the media,
and she was there? See, like it's such a touchy situation
right?
because
So
I did
now,
see because TMZ said it was his home. But I'm not
okay,
negating the fact as if she was there because again, but now wait a minute. So now is this a second home that he has and he has Amber and the children in a different home? You understand what I'm saying?
correct,
So this is how
correct.
the media can definitely have shit shook up.
Okay, so now I can agree with you on that because, like I said, I did see where they stated through TMZ that it was his home, but then it was also said that it was Erica Banks' home. But it is officially known that Amber Williams, which is his baby mother of his two youngest children, they do share a home together. So that means her name and his name is on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the time of his passing, he was in a home with Erica Banks and her son. Normally, the night she was expecting him to come to bed. He didn't come to bed. She assumed he just probably wanted to stay on the couch. The morning she got up, she checked on him. He was on his stomach with his hands, like, when you lay on your stomach and you got your head down and your other hand is like underneath holding your face area type situation. She went over, she covered him up. She then took her son to school and then came back and attempted to wake him up again because she noticed that he never moved his position. So she attempted to wake him up again. He didn't wake up. Then she kind of like shifted him over where she noticed that it was like some type of like spit or foam coming out his mouth. She then looked a little bit more, like trying to make sure like if he was breathing. She realized that he wasn't breathing. She got on the phone, she called 911, and then she went through the whole process with the operator. At that time, as she's telling the operator like he's not breathing, I don't see a heartbeat, he's foaming at the mouth, the operator's asking her about getting a fibrillator. She's like, I don't know what a fibrillator is. Then the operator is like, all right, I'm sending the ambulance over. But by the time the ambulance got there, he was already dead. Get what I'm saying?
A
But
defibrillator.
through that whole
I've
process,
never heard no shit like that. That the actual ambulance will ask you if you have a
you didn't hear the
defibrillator.
actual 911 call. Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you. Actually, I'll send you the
But
actual
I mean, to
911 call.
ask someone if they have a defibrillator, nine
Yeah,
times
that's
out of
what they
10, that might be a damn ENT worker. The average person does not have a defibrillator in their fucking home.
and Erica Banks,
That's
exactly when
stupid right
the
then and
operator
there.
asked her,
That's crazy.
exactly when she asked her that, she said to her, I don't know what you're talking about. She said, I'm going to send the ambulance over.
You should have sent
Right?
this. Should have been sending the ambulance. See, this is where this, like a
Go ahead. Speak on it. Speak on
some
it.
people
Speak
don't
on it.
at it. I'm looking at it totally different. Because first and foremost, ambulance should have been already on the way when I said he's unresponsive and foam coming out his mouth. Give a fuck if I have a defibrillator. I might not know how to use it. And if I had that, I would have said I used the defibrillator once or twice and it didn't work. I didn't say that. I said I found him unresponsive, foam coming out his mouth. What's the address, ma'am? Do this, do that. Somebody's on the way. Not asking me if I have a defibrillator or kind of. To me, you're dragging it out. Like you could have already had somebody on the way, then asking me some stupid questions as far as having a defibrillator. Put up a poll. I'll probably do that this week on Bigo and put up a poll and ask how many people own a defibrillator. I have a daughter that's a nurse.
That
She
part.
doesn't even own a
That part.
defibrillator. So I'm kind of seeing some funny shit already. Take these damn glasses off. They keep being crooked and it's driving me crazy. Okay, excuse me, y'all.
And let me tell you something. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna actually send it to you so you can actually hear the actual 911 call and everything. So then the operator goes, okay, until the ambulance reaches, take him and put him on the floor on his back. So whoever else that was in the home with Erica Banks, she says you can hear her say, please help me get him onto the floor,
Who
onto his
there?
back.
You just said she left to take the son to school. So she went and had time to go pick somebody else up and bring them with her. Like,
No,
where did
it
somebody
seems
else
like
come
the
from?
it seems like the person was already in the home prior before.
Person.
It's somebody that she's speaking to,
Sorry,
that
y'all.
she asks right when the operator says to her, okay, I'm gonna need
I see
you
what you're
to put
saying. I
him.
understand completely what you're saying. My problem is that's this story is too many. I don't know. I don't know. It's really loopy. It's really loopy.
Right, okay,
I
so
don't want
now
I don't want to start
now
saying that homegirl's part of whatever the fuck
I'm gonna
because
tell you the truth.
I'm not understanding. I'm not
I'm
understanding
gonna
that.
tell you the truth. For me, that's how I felt. I said the same exact thing. I said, yo, this shit is so loopy. That's what made me want to go now and do more research. As I
So
started
he's
researching,
on the
that's how I
couch
came
like this.
across.
You don't try to wake him up the first time. He's on the couch like this. He never came to bed. You never got up to go see why. You just figured he wanted to say like I'm all the way back there. Like all of that shit sounds bullshit to
Yeah.
me.
And
All of
that's
that sounds bullshit
exactly
to me.
and
So
verbatim. It's so crazy.
so now you're gonna take me on a whole nother level because now you're throwing intimate
Hmm.
calls and all of this out there. And now, homegirl, I'm gonna put that shit out here so you can try to deter people from thinking that you would be any part of his motherfucking death. So now they see, I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
shut my mouth because I don't need nobody coming to
No,
me.
no, no. Speak on it. This
I
is
don't need
why I like the open panel. And for anybody that want to hit the link, I dropped the link.
mm,
Let me tell you something.
mm,
I had the same similar thoughts,
mm. I'm
and
like,
not
oh,
for nothing.
she asked
Like I
somebody.
said,
So no, motherfucker. So you went and took the son to school,
yep. She
and
said she
then
took
you
her son to
stopped.
school.
And then either you stopped and picked somebody up because you already knew what the motherfucking situation was.
It was somebody
And
in the
who the hell
background
else is
because
in the house?
let me
And
tell
the
you
other
something.
person in the house, like, nah, nah.
Listen, it seemed like, and that's why I said, listen to what I said. That's why I said it seemed like, because obviously, if you're going to set a scene up, if you're going to set a scene up behind a situation like this, everything has to look copacetic in a sense, right?
Yeah,
And
but
so now,
they didn't
when
do a
you
good job.
listen, the operator says, right after she says to her, okay, go get a defibrillator. She's like, I don't know what that is. She's like, all right, I'm gonna send the ambulance over. She was like, all right, but in the meantime, I'm gonna need you to take him and put him on the floor
I
on
wish
his
I
back,
had contact to his face.
right?
I wish I had.
The Erica Banks says, please do me a favor. Come on, come on, help me, help me.
I'm
I need to put
doing
him on his back.
911. Go get a defibrillator. From where, bitch? You want me to get in the car and drive to the hospital and ask, could I borrow one?
That's exactly what this operator said. And not for nothing, that threw me off too, because I said the exact same thing. I said,
Go get
realistically,
a
who
defibrillator.
has that in their home?
What do you
Like, are
mean?
you kidding me?
Go
When
get it
I
from where? Should I
ex-
order one from Amazon and see if Prime will get it here? Like what are you saying?
listen, let me
And
tell
then
you,
this dummy says, I don't even know what that is.
that's exactly what she said. She was
Instead
like, I
of
don't know what
saying,
that is.
instead of
But
saying, because I would have been like, what? Man, send the goddamn ambulance. I got no defibrillator.
let me tell you something. For me,
People, I'm
let me tell you something. That's exactly when and mind you, I listened to the 911 call multiple times. So for me, it was just like, what? Are you kidding me? And the outrage comes from how, and this is another thing I feel like when it comes down to when you call 911 and the operator's involved and they have to send an ambulance. This is why most people feel like if something major's happened, they gotta put they whoever they love one, they friend, they family, whatever, in the car and drive them. Why? Because by the time the EMT gets to you, the loved one that you have is already dead. And mind you, if I'm telling you he's foaming at the mouth and I don't even see him breathing and I don't see a heartbeat.
What do you mean go get a defibrillator? From where? Somebody told you it's one in the garage? Like what the like no. And then now all of a sudden intimate, like, yo, y'all. I like I said, hey, this is just my personal feelings. Don't nobody come for me because I ain't coming for you. I'm speaking my personal feelings on the facts that are being stated to me. These are my personal
Facts.
feelings. But Erica got some motherfucking splaining to do.
She sure got some explaining to do. And then, like, I, when I tell you, I said to myself, I said, all right, we're gonna have to do the breakdown of it all. But this is what made me want to dive a little bit in more into like the rich homie Quan and Young Thug, because years back a situation
I
occurred.
wonder how much she got for that.
Listen, listen here, listen here. And when you even listen, and mind you, you could say that
What did I say
almost
to you
she's a
earlier?
plant.
Let's pay
You could
attention.
say she's a plant.
What I said, let's pay attention to people around, what their careers and things is going to do.
Yeah, yeah. But this is where now you have a lot of other people coming out onto different social media platforms saying and speaking out on certain things that's being seen. Because the thing about this day and age, everything that was able to not be seen for us in plain sight, the way we supposed to see it, it's now opening up that portal for us to have sight to see if that makes sense, right? Now, like I said, I went through the 911 call multiple times, you know what I'm saying, verbatim, like what she was saying out of her mouth. And I'm like,
Good job.
Doesn't make
My
sense.
first time
Now
hearing about the
diving deeper.
911 call. She set me up. This my first time hearing about the 911 call. I'd have never tried to give
Yeah.
her, I'd have never tried to give her the benefit of the doubt from the
Let
very
me tell you
beginning,
something.
had I have known
If
about this 911 call.
let me tell you something, First Lady OG. If I was able to use my computer right now, I'm telling you right now, I will be able to actually play the actual 911 call. But stay tuned because I will be back for you guys to actually hear the 911 call, and then we could actually do the breakdown from there. I mean, when I tell you everything that you just pointed out, which are main factors. And let me tell you something, we ain't forensic scientists or nothing of the sort. You know what I mean? We are normal people, but common sense will tell you what does make sense from what doesn't make sense. You understand? Even though it's not that common. Please believe it. But trust and believe me, it can be if you take the time to just read, listen, and break down. You know what I mean? A lot of times we just glimpse or we hear something, but we don't even interpret it the way that we're hearing it because it's a misconception on how it's coming across. Because everything is a cover up for a cover up for a cover up. Real shit. But that Erica Banks, when I tell you, for me, I'm going to speak on all four corners just because what has been presented in front of me. And like I said, everything seems a little bit weird. And he was supposed to testify in Young Thug's he was supposed to testify against Young Thug in his trial. And if he did, that shit would have been a nail in Young Thug. I'm telling you, it would have been a nail in the coffin for Young Thug if he was able to
Can y'all see
testify
it?
against him at that trial. And that same guy Woody that sat there and testified against Young Thugger also played a major part in a lot of the shit that went down that was a bloodbath in Atlanta.
Can y'all see?
See what? Hold
I'm
on. Let me put you on. Let me add you here.
Rotate.
Need police, fire, or ambulance?
I need an ambulance.
Tell me exactly what happened.
My boyfriend, he's been asleep on the couch since this morning. Well, he never came to bed last night. Sleep on the couch. I left him on the couch before I took my son to school this morning. Put a blanket over him, and now I just checked on him again because he never got up. I don't feel a heartbeat. I don't see him breathing.
And you said, hold on, you said on the couch, and what happened?
I said I put a cover over him because it gets a little cool. He's in the living room, and now I just checked on him because I see he never got up, and I don't see him breathing. I don't feel a heartbeat or anything, and I turned him over. I see he kind of foamed at the mouth.
I'm sorry, are you saying he's not breathing? Is that correct? I'm not hearing you.
Yes, yes.
Okay, ma'am. If there's
Yes.
a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it.
Is there a what?
If there's a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it.
What?
I'm not sure what that is.
Okay, I'm sending the paramedics to help you now. Stay on the line and I'll tell you exactly what to do next.
Okay.
I need to know about how old he is.
He's 34.
He's 33.
Okay, are you right by him now?
Yes.
Okay, please put your phone on speaker so your hands are free to help.
Can I add his dad to the call? He's trying to call me back because I called him first before I called you.
Okay, so we need to help. We need to help your boyfriend now. Okay, listen carefully. Lay him flat on his back on the floor and remove anything under his head.
He is not waking up. Quick.
Ma'am?
Yes. You
Okay, you
said
gotta
to
get him
what?
to the floor. Lay him flat on his back on the floor and remove anything under his head.
Flat on his back on the floor.
Yes, ma'am.
Help me.
What Drake?
He not here.
You hear
Yeah,
that
Were
shit?
you able
You
to
hear
get him
that
to the
shit?
floor?
Yes, he not. His heart not beating or anything.
Yo, that is truly, truly heartbreaking to hear that. And is it me?
Did you hear that? You heard it for yourself now. And thank you, First Lady OG, for pulling up that 911 call. We do not own the rights for what we just played, but it's just strictly for commentary basis. So please, guys, we don't own no rights to what we just played. It's just for commentary purposes. Thank you again. First Lady OG, did you just hear that shit? Did you just hear what you just played right now and what I told you? Is that something? Is that something? Like, that's crazy. Like, you cannot be
First
serious
and
right now.
foremost, I might have to beat myself up for the rest of my life for not even being able to call anybody. You too cool for me, first off.
Respectfully.
All right,
Very cool.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm really like I'm about to get the hell off this shit and talk to my daughter for real, because I really don't even want to say all this shit on the motherfucking YouTube because I'm
Nah, ma, go ahead. And guess what?
I'm in a whole totally different situation, and
All right. So listen, ma, before you go,
Erica definitely got some explaining to do. Like who the fuck was that? Who the fuck is the damn 911 operator, or is this a special 911 operator that was played in the whole scheme? Like, I'm all the way there with it because it's nothing that certain individuals, groups, organization, things that they cannot do. They can do anything and they can have control over anyone. How many 911 calls have ever heard? Have you ever heard someone tell you, is there a defibrillator available? Can you please go get it and let me know when you have it? What? This motherfucker says, I don't even know what that is. Which is beyond me, because you know what a damn defibrillator is, and you're supposed to be like, what? Send the damn ambulance. Nobody got no damn defibrillator. I just said he's foaming at the lady. See? Now I know. Now I know why. Now I see why she's being blasted. As far as I'm concerned, it really ain't got nothing to do with no goddamn intimate moments. I feel like the intimate moments is just to try to cope the fact that you couldn't be part of the situation that took him the fuck down. Excuse me.
shit,
Internet,
shit,
YouTube,
shit,
pardon me.
shit. I think that First Lady OG, how you just broke that down, and I'm gonna let you even continue with that because you just, oh my God, you just opened up something else. But go ahead, please continue. You just opened up something else. But in the background, I'm gonna talk to you about it because I think you already know where my mindset. Because to be real with you, like I told you, I was going in a different direction in the sense of trying to figure out what else did he have over him for anybody to even initially want to take him out. And this is beyond, this is within industry and beyond industry, if that makes sense.
That part. And those that are in the industry and those that have power, there's it's almost limitless as to what they can do. I mean, look at life every day and the things that you can do. The simulations that we live in, that's fake every day. The things that they put the blanket the sky to make it look one way. But do you see all the starship, the battleship, the galactic star fleet in the air when you look up in the sky? Mm-mm. Can they cover up what they want to cover up? Mm-hmm. Do they have enough to take care of any and everybody, including 911 operators? This is the one that's going to get this call when it comes in from here. This is the script you need to follow. Need to make sure a certain amount of minutes pass before certain things happen to make sure that there is no chance of resuscitation. You know goddamn well nobody got a defibrillator in their house. Not even an EMT has one unless they home for lunch and the damn ambulance is outside.
That whole part. And you gonna tell me that's somebody kid, and you gonna tell me you about to sit here and ask me about a
A
defibrillator, and then you gonna
defibrillator.
guide me. But the worst part about it,
Can I
like I
answer?
said
Can
to
I
you,
answer his father? His father's calling me.
that shit right there was crazy
Who's the
also. And let
person?
me tell you,
Who you asking
when
to
I
help you?
say
Who you asking to help you? To put him on the floor. And then y'all slam him on the goddamn floor. Who's that? Where they came from? Did you stop and pick them up when you took the kid to school so the kid wasn't there to see the function? You put the blanket on him to make the
most
kid think that he was asleep, but you already knew what the fuck. Was you the one that you knew you was with him, right? Very intimate. You knew he got high, or you knew he was fighting addiction and things of that nature. Who gave him them last little bit of drugs that he had? Where he got them from? Who set that up to make sure he got that batch? Y'all better stop playing. Y'all better stop playing. Y'all better open your eyes.
I'll be
And
real
it's
with you.
time
I'm
to
not gonna
wake
sit
up.
here. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not gonna sit here and be like she's the one who did anything
I'm
as far as
definitely not
giving him.
saying that either. But
No,
I'm
but let me tell you something.
definitely
No,
put
listen,
herself in a
listen to what I'm
position.
saying, First Lady. I'm not saying that, right? But you know the saying, if it looks like a duck and it quacks
Walk
like a
like
duck
it quacks
or walks like a duck, what we talking about? You gonna tell me that shit is not a duck?
walking it's a duck.
All right, you know what I'm saying?
Then all of a
But
sudden somebody's there to help you. So
when I tell you, I listened to
you
the
never got
recording
up in the middle
multiple
of the night
times.
to wake this nigga up to ask him why the fuck he ain't coming to bed.
I mean, for me, I will have a problem with that. I mean,
I'm
normally.
coming downstairs. Even if
What's
I
up?
fall asleep. If
That's
I
how I
wake up
feel.
in the middle of the night and you're not there, I'm looking for you. If I call your phone and I hear the phone ringing downstairs and I come downstairs and you sleep on the couch, hey, come upstairs.
But you're gonna have to open your mouth and tell me, like, yo, babe, I'm not going nowhere. I'm staying right here. Did you hear what she said? Then did you hear the operator behind what she said? It's almost like it was like
A
the
script.
call, they knew the call was gonna be made.
It was a script. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Allegedly,
Don't
100%.
come for me.
Allegedly.
Don't come for me. Don't come for me because I ain't come for you. I'm speaking just off of things that I heard that's news. I'm not pushing no damn agenda or anything like that. I am speaking my personal thoughts of listening to the news that was presented by TMZ. Okay, this is not presented by First Lady OG or Word Justice. Okay, this is TMZ put out a call that anybody can listen to, and I'm just speaking my personal feelings. I'm not pushing an agenda. I'm not saying what is the truth or not. I'm just speaking on what it looks like to me. Just let that be known, YouTube. Thank you. Personal, educational, entertainment purposes only. We're just speaking our thoughts. That's all. These are just our thoughts. That's it. No truth to the matter. Just our thoughts of public
Mm,
information.
that entire part right there. But I mean, I'm going to even dive a little bit more deeper because I mean, for
That's
me,
what it's trying to set me up.
even going back and hearing the call again, and that is going to be the fifth time I've heard the call, playing it right here live with me and you. And now it's even more like, okay, I like when I heard it the first four times, the reason why I replayed it because I was trying to like, who is that person, like where did that person come from, because from what you stated, you made it seem as though you left him on the couch from the night before, he never came to bed,
You
you
got
never
up in the
checked on him.
morning, you
But then the next morning now,
pull a blanket
you
on
get
him,
up to go take your child to school, you go check on him, you
and he's
just take
laying
a
like this
blanket
on the couch,
with on his stomach, you
on his
go check
stomach.
on him,
You throw a blanket on him
you
because you
throw a
don't really
blanket
check
on
on
him.
him.
Like,
You just look
whew.
and see he's laying there, but you make a notion on how he's laying there. Then you put a blanket on him and leave. But then you come back with someone after the baby's out the picture.
And then like I said, the assumption will be is that person was there prior because that's what they wanted, they will want you to assume. But then even in the person, if you slow it down and you really listen, when she says, I have to put him on the floor, come on, help me,
Help
the
me.
person is like, oh, so what you want me to do? That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. You gonna sit there and tell me, listen, and then but the whole scenery of it all through, like I said, the first thing to throw you off is like, why is the operator asking me if I have a refibrillator? Like,
Exactly.
where? Oh, and let me know when you get it. And when you
And
get
if
it,
you get it, let me know that
what?
you have it. Go get it and let me know that you have it.
I just told you I don't see a heartbeat and he's not breathing.
And then I don't know what that is.
Well, I don't listen, man. You don't know what that is, but do me a favor. Don't stop asking me about a refibrillator, some shit. Please, ambulance. Like that's crazy though. But you're
Her,
not gonna tell
her
me he's
temperament
a.
and her demeanor, first and foremost, I need an ambulance.
But she's a known name. She is not like she's not a known name, and
I need
he's
it,
a
but
known
she didn't
name.
say hello. This is Erica Banks, love hip hop,
Nothing.
pop. This is I'm at the home of rap star Rich Homie Quan, and he is not breathing. Foam is coming out his mouth. I need a 911. I need an ambulance immediately. Quick, please hurry. He's not breathing.
None of that. None of that. Because me personally, I'm definitely that's the time I'm going to use my celebrity to get where I need to. You understand what I'm saying? Please give me a break. Give me a break. I like for me, I'm still going in and doing more research. Everybody else that has been doing commentary
Pardon
and
me, y'all.
putting out
I'm
their
just saying thank
research.
you to some birthday wishes that are still coming in. Thank you.
Oh yes, take your time. Happy birthday again, First Lady OG in the building. We are wishing the First Lady a very happy birthday with many, many more to spend. But look forward to the First Lady Auntie's house.
Comment song,
In the
baby.
meantime,
Comment.
you can check her out on
I'm
Bigo
about to go on
for
Bigo. We
ladies'
going on Bigo
night.
tonight. I'm going on a panel. I'm about to
Listen,
play the fucking 911
listen.
call. I'm
It
about
is the First Lady OG's B Day in the building. We are gonna be on Bigo. This is where we are gonna continue our commentary, of course,
Bigo
but we are
Live
still in
TV.
celebration. Still in celebration, y'all. But
It's
guess
still
what
a
I'm gonna tell you
celebration.
too. As I'm talking to y'all, I'm actually getting dressed to go to work, as y'all
Oh, what you
know.
got me here for 11 today?
11. But you know, I don't talk too much on this YouTube thing because people be doxing. So I ain't got time to be
Exactly. Okay.
talking too much with these people over here on this side. They me on that rap, bop, bop. But let me tell you something. That 911 call, definitely, we could definitely take this
Over
commentary
my
over
mother.
to Bigo.
Up to something
And I'm
different.
still, like I said, for me personally, I analyzed this so much, and I think that you gave me more confirmation on what my inner feelings was because, like I said, I listened to it so many times, and I'm like, yo, this shit don't make no type of sense. But what caught me off guard was the operator because it was like, what? A refibrillator? Like, huh? Like, what? If I'm telling you this person is not breathing and I don't see a heartbeat, what? And
Right.
she's like, I don't know what you're talking
Right.
about.
Why is you
Guess what, miss? What
asking
are
me
you
about
asking me for?
why are you asking me about a damn defibrillator?
That's crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. I'm telling you right now.
It's
And
crazy.
so that's definitely what caught me off guard. But then, even going deeper, like I said, I listened to it to even know that it was somebody there, and it was
Right.
either they were prior, they had to been there prior, or she had to pick them up. But then, in the midst of that,
He
she
knew
was
she
like,
was
"Oh,
gonna
I
need some
went to
help.
drop my son off to school,
Right.
and when I came back, he still." I went to check on him and he was not breathing.
But
So it's when she came
never
back.
checked him before you left though. You just put a
Listen,
blanket over.
remember before, but guess what she said? I just threw a blanket over him. And respectfully, let me tell you something. If
Cause
I'm
it,
gonna go
cause
cover
it,
somebody up,
wait, cause it gets cool in the living room.
okay, that too.
It gets cool in the living room. Lord have mercy. EJ had another baby. Okay. Lord, y'all, I can't, y'all. I can't. I'm kind of scared of you too, but I'm gonna get over here. I'm gonna get over here with y'all. We're gonna start building Auntie House. I'm gonna get over here with y'all. I had a long business meeting yesterday from like 11:30 to 6. So I am starting to put my strategy together in order to open up my platforms to make sure that my content is good. That I have some type of protocol to follow in order to be able to be sufficient on all platforms. But yes, we will be here shortly. We will definitely be here on YouTube shortly to open up waves over here. But like she said, I am on Bigo. I mean, I'm everywhere. I'm on Facebook, I'm on TT, and I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TT, Bigo, and YouTube. But I need to make my presence be known. So just stay tuned. Make sure y'all follow me. No, don't follow me. You gotta hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe so you never miss a live. I haven't gone live yet, but I'm probably gonna start doing some shorts just to build myself up to do the podcast here. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Erica. That's all I'm gonna say. Sleep in peace to the young brother, homie Quan. Like I said, and I haven't done the gematria. That probably will be done by somebody else soon, depending
Hello?
on what the situation ends up being. There you go.
I'm sorry. First lady, I'm back in the building. I'm sorry about that. I was on a call. I'm always getting a call.
That's
But
okay.
yeah, my bad.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
First lady OG, I can't hear you. I'm gonna refresh. I'm gonna go out and come back in. I think it's me.
Okay. I'm about to say, can y'all hear me? I hope y'all can hear me. We didn't do anything different, so hopefully everybody can still hear me. She's gonna go out and come back, and hopefully she'll be able to hear me. All right, y'all. I'm getting a lot of birthday messages, y'all.
First lady, I can't hear you.
Still now?
First
Still
lady,
now? Yeah. You don't hear us? So maybe I'll go out and come back.
hello. Can you guys hear me? I'm hoping you guys can hear me right now. I don't know what's going on. I actually got a call and tried to come back in. All right, let's see right here. Here we go. First lady, can you hear me?
I was hearing you, but you was acting like you couldn't hear me.
I couldn't hear nothing you were saying at all. Nothing.
Oh
That's
my
why
God.
I backed
When
out and
you
came
yelled
back in.
the first time, I was still talking. I wonder if they could hear me. I guess when we listen back to the replay, we'll know.
No, that's why I typed it in the chat. I'm like, oh my God, I can't hear. So I'm like, all right, let me back out and come back in. So that's when you seen just like you was on a solo screen when I backed out and then I
Yeah,
came
but
back
I
in.
was talking to the people saying that she can't hear us, so she's gonna go out and come back in. Then when you came back in, I could still hear you, but you was acting like you couldn't hear me. So I was like, well, let me go out and come back in.
No, I definitely couldn't hear you at all.
Okay, so
I could see you. I could see your
so
mouth moving.
excuse us if we have a little. All right, so this situation you hear us talking about might be a little blank in the vibe when y'all listen back to it, but just know that we went out and came back in, and y'all can hear us now, and you didn't miss too much. You didn't miss
No,
too
you
much.
definitely didn't miss too much at all. Ah, I let me tell you, I feel like my mind is about to do a little bit more research on just the full on relations when it comes down. Because, like I said, it's almost like young homie Quan had his hands tied into a lot of situations that I ultimately think he was trying to back away from. And even when, the shit went around with them saying that he was being a snitch or whatever, you just don't
Mhm.
know what plans they put in place. Allegedly, y'all. And that's just my opinion. I
Right.
do feel, in my opinion, that they put plants out here to get certain jobs done. And that's just what I feel. And that's just my opinion. I'm not pushing nothing on nobody else. I mean, some people will be like, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I mean, to each his own. But that's just what my thought is, right?
Mine's too.
Because for me personally, like I said, listening to the 911 call alone was just like a throw off. Like, what? A defibrillator? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like,
Right.
I just
Yeah.
fucking told you. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, he's
Like
not breathing.
like she got paid for her situation. Like I'm just all the way in the situation with that, y'all to know. That was just the whole, you know, they
That's
did what
that's
they
the
did what
weird.
they always do. They use
That
their
is
powers to control whatever goddamn situation it is. Mm.
and it goes, and for me, like I said, you know when you analyze it, and that's why I said for me to go back, right? And I was looking at the Young Thug trial, and I was looking at particular people that played a major role that was under YSL, and then that's how I even got into the whole thing of who YFN Lucci. Like I know who YFN Lucci was. I know he always was a rapper, and I know he was associated with Regina Carter, which is Lil
Okay.
Wayne's daughter. He was dating Lil Wayne's daughter for a little while,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I was
Mm-hmm.
familiar with him in that type of aspect. I didn't know the whole rundown of the beef that he
I'm
had
okay.
between
I'm on
Young
it.
Thug and YFM Lucci. But then young homie Quan never had a big situation with YFM Lucci. You
Nobody
get what I'm saying?
saying.
Because when
Yeah.
YFM Lucci got locked up, at the time homie Quan was alive, he made a post on Instagram saying, "Yo, free YFM Lucci." So it was no problems with them, but YFM Lucci and Young Thug were already at rival, and they were the ones who was causing the big bloodbath that took place in Atlanta because it was a back and forth killing spree going on. Now, where homie Young Quan fits into the play is
They.
like I said, he had no issues with certain people that Young Thug had issues with, but you got to remember the story behind Young Thug and homie Quan. Young Thug and homie Quan came into the industry together. They grew up together. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Once they got into the industry and shit started taking place, I'll be honest with you. You already know the energies that be is gonna see what they need to see and see who's willing to sell their soul, right?
Exactly. Because some people get
Respectfully.
connected, right? And some people go along certain lines where other people don't go. Let's talk about it. Dame Dash, Jay Z. Oh, I didn't say that.
Okay. You
Allegedly.
understand what I'm saying? And
Okay.
that's exactly how it went down. And
Okay.
guess what? You seen a lot of Young Thug and you seen less of Rich Homie Quan. Then they started putting out allegations on young Rich Homie Quan. They started with him being a snitch. Oh, he's snitching, da 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 da, which caused more rift between him and Young Thug, right? Then they came
Mm-hmm.
out and said he was gay.
Mm-hmm.
Get what I'm saying? So then
Mm-hmm.
he ultimately fell back. It's not until coming into 2023, 2024 that he was getting ready to drop some shit. And he did major collaborations like with Soldier Boy and like Kendrick Lamar and all these major names he did collaborations with, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's supposed to be dropping music this coming year of 2025. But before that, he's supposed to testify against
You
Young
sharing
Thug in this trial. But guess what? He's dead.
that. Mm, mm.
Let's talk about it. This shit
Yeah.
crazy.
Can't speak for itself.
Okay? And guess what's the craziest, saddest thing about it? If this young woman had anything to do with it, it tells you how deep this shit go to how, listen, just
Mm.
how our young women are being set up by men is the same way our men are being set up by women. And you know why? Because lust. You see what I'm saying? Vanity.
Money,
Vanity and lust.
money, money, money.
Vanity and lust. That's all it is. Vanity and lust could have you lose your whole life in a blink of an eye. Cause guess what? Maybe if he had went home to his kids that night that he's co-parenting with Amber Williams, he probably would have got up to see the next day. Get what I'm saying? But because your lust and the
What's goody,
vanity
nephew?
and the perception of what's been put in front of you
Nothing.
killed you. Killed you. Listen, it's crazy.
You in Vegas? That's what's up. You like it? Popping in here. I'm with Word. I'm with Word. Oh shoot. I'm with Word on YouTube.
What's
And
the word? What's the word? We is in the building. Theodicy podcast. You already know, bro. You need to come through, subscribe, hit the link, do all
yeah,
of that.
she
We got
on
to chop
YouTube
it up.
too. We getting ready to come over here though. You know what I'm saying? Turn up a little bit for my born day, you know what I mean? A little bit. Yeah, man. Thank you. I was on here a few times today. Yeah, ain't nobody came through, but it's all look.
I've been out of town since Friday.
I already know. Y'all already know. Enjoy yourself. We just over here talking about rich homie Quan.
Oh yeah, man. Oh man. We, yeah, man.
Yeah.
That shit crazy. I saw Gucci Mane last night.
Gucci Mane was out there?
He performed for like 30 minutes. He did like 5 songs.
Wow. Okay, Gucci Mane in Vegas, y'all.
Yeah.
Listen here, that shit is lit. And we're gonna dive into a little bit of Gucci Mane too. Cause yo, is Keisha Kenyo out there too?
Keisha out there too?
He did like she was with him,
She was with him.
Okay. That's lit shit. Yeah, we're about to turn up and come over there to Bigo on my mom's born day. You already know. This is the Odyssey podcast.
He dropped that. She's a very freaky girl. She get it from her mama.
What? Ra. Bow.
Right.
Out.
Oh, so she came out on that. Okay.
That's lit.
Turned out there. All right. How long you there for? Till tomorrow?
Hey, I'm leaving tomorrow night.
Okay.
I came out here, my cousin, he getting married. My cousin right here, he getting married in November. So we came out here for his little bachelor family gathering. His birthday tomorrow.
Oh, Virgo gang.
Yeah.
Bow.
Right.
He turned 33 tomorrow, right? Yeah, turned 33 tomorrow.
And he turned that age. He turned that 333. That's why old homie Quan was. I got to get somebody to do the gematria.
We definitely do. And as y'all know, this is what we do out here. We on every network. We always got time to spread love and talk to our nephews, our cousins, our brothers, our nieces, our grandsons, all that stuff. Y'all already know.
It's a place, you never sleep. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
I think I probably slept maybe about.
He been there since Friday. He said he probably slept 4 hours. I gotta go fill up my glass, y'all. Hold on.
Well, nah, ma, we're about to transfer over to Bigo. Don't go too far. Listen, this is the Odyssey podcast with your girl Word. Of course, y'all, I'll be back in the building with some more commentary.
Okay. I'll be
and
here.
of course, we will definitely always have a recurring of my special first lady, but most of all, first lady OG, wishing you such a happy birthday with so many more to come, and just a blessing to have you in my life. It has truly been something that has ultimately made me a better person, grew me mentally, and also still allowing me to strive even through the darkest moments. With that being said, wishing you a happy and most special birthday. And like I said, it's so many more on the way. And we might not even be, we'll probably be in another place. We'll probably be somewhere in the tropics next year. But you already know I love you with all my heart.
I love
And
you, baby girl.
happy birthday.
Thank you.
So very much to
And
you
thank you so
for
much.
everything.
Thank you for my flowers while I'm here. I appreciate them. I love you so much more. And I appreciate, like I said, the flowers that you give me while I'm here and I'm able to hear, see, and accept everything. And I definitely love you with everything I got. Everybody, y'all know y'all listen to her. Y'all say she sound like a little me. And that's like y'all don't even know what that means to me and what you mean to me. And thank you, YouTube, for allowing us to have the platform. We appreciate you for that. Thank you for allowing me to be up here with you today to spend my solar return here with you and everyone that's going to come back and see this and listen to this. And you can always, again, find me on YouTube at First Lady Presents Auntie House. You can find me First Lady House Voice on Instagram, Facebook, for First Lady on TikTok. Hey Miss Star, and First Lady OG on Bigo Live TV. And thank y'all for supporting my daughter and all her endeavors. And make sure y'all hit the subscribe button so you never miss another live. And if y'all want to download Bigo and come to Bigo, we about to turn up for the last couple of hours of my solar return. And I appreciate y'all. And I love you, baby girl. Thank you for having me.
And it is always a pleasure. And with that being said, you guys have a blessed night. And I hope you guys do download Bigo so you can come turn up for my mommy solar return. And until next time, this is Word and the First Lady OG. We will see you later. See you later, Sleepy Lounge. Catch me again. No, you wasn't late. I'll be back. And the First Lady OG will be back. Peace.